Late last year, I gave you 2 podcast series within a couple of weeks of each other, and they really generated a ton of comments. I want to spend the next 4 days following up on all these comments. Stay tuned. Colin Receveur here. It's Monday, February 23rd, and late last year, I produced 2 podcasts, and they generated a ton of activity and conversations online about them. One of these was about the 4 pillars of internet marketing: attraction, conversion, follow-up, and tracking. If you want to look back, it's podcast 234 through 238. The other one was about not discounting fees to bring in more patients because it devalues what you offer. It makes you a commodity. If you want to look back at that one, it's podcast 244. I'd encourage you to go rewatch those podcasts if you want to maximize what we're about to talk about here today. Now, let's look at some of the comments that we received from these 2 podcasts. A guy named Doug Williams, CEO of the Doug Williams Group, who, I don't know him, just some guy that commented back to me, said, quote, "I get the whole internet marketing thing, but I see a much greater opportunity to generate revenue by getting referrals from existing patients that love the practice. They are simple and inexpensive ways to do this, and very, very few practices deploy these methods. Instead, they pop a lot of money on internet marketing, which takes zero advantage of what's right under their nose: loyal customers that love them." End quote. Now, not coincidentally, that was the topic of yesterday's podcast, but Doug makes a very good point. Word of mouth is a fantastic method for generating new patients. The problem with word of mouth advertising is volume, especially compared to internet marketing. Any person may have dozens of friends and family, but how many at any time need a dentist? And of those that need a dentist, what small percentage will mention it to your patient to where your patient can even give them a referral? And of that small percentage, what percentage will take your patient's recommendation without doing their own research or validating who you are or looking you up or checking out your reviews? Now, compare those numbers to the literally thousands of people in your market who are searching every day for a dentist. Research shows that 85% of consumers are searching for local businesses online. And if you look at Google's own statistics, Google is reporting that 97% of consumers go online when they need to find a local service in their area. So while word of mouth may have a higher close rate, internet marketing just flat out reaches a lot more people. Joshua Gershonowicz, owner of something called Rebuild Nation, then responded to Doug saying, quote, "Referrals are absolutely the best way to get new patients. Internet marketing shouldn't be about throwing money online in the hope that it leads to some source of new patients. Internet marketing should be about continuing relationships with customers and enhancing those in a way that ultimately leads to online referrals. Internet marketing also shouldn't be the only tool used, but rather a portion of the strategy that includes both online and offline tools." End quote. Everything up until this last statement is as wrong as it can be. Web marketing absolutely is a fantastic way to attract more and better patients. I've got dozens of testimonials from dentists that'll back that up. However, I will agree that internet marketing shouldn't be the only tool used. There's still a place for traditional media, even in the current dental environment. Billboards, direct mail, TV, radio, magazines, newspaper can all be effective if done correctly. Remember, effective advertising is the sum of 3 things: the right message to the right people with the right timing. If you take out any one of those 3 pieces, you lose effectiveness. Let's wrap that up for today. I'll give you some more comments on my series about web marketing tomorrow. Until then, keep moving forward.